It began on an unremarkable Saturday when Emily, a collector of antique curiosities, discovered a peculiar porcelain doll at an estate sale. The doll was striking, dressed in faded lace, with glassy blue eyes that seemed to hold a profound, unnerving stillness. Captivated, Emily brought it home, placing it on a high shelf in her living room. But soon, a subtle, creeping wrongness began to pervade the quiet of her house. At first, the changes were small enough to dismiss. The doll's head tilted at a new angle, its tiny, painted hand resting in a different position. Emily dismissed it as imagination, a trick of the shifting afternoon light. Soon, however, the incidents became too blatant to ignore. One morning, the doll was sitting upright on the couch, miles from its shelf. Another night, a faint, rhythmic tapping led her to find it perched precariously on the edge, as if ready to leap. Desperate for a rational explanation, Emily set her phone to record overnight. The footage revealed a silent, horrifying truth. The doll's head moving with a slow, deliberate turn in the absolute darkness. The once charming artifact had become the epicenter of a chilling enigma, blurring the line between a treasured object and an unwelcome guest. Emily's ordeal, while deeply personal, taps into a primal human fear, the terror that blooms when the lights go out. As night descends, the world transforms. Familiar shapes warp into menacing silhouettes, and the mind, untethered from the certainty of daylight, begins to conjure its own threats. This is the domain of night terrors, a state where anxiety peaks and sleep offers no escape. The darkness becomes an amplifier for every small sound, a floorboard's groan, the whisper of wind at the window. For the afflicted, these are not just noises, they are evidence of a lurking presence. This fear is not reserved for children. Adults, especially those under stress, can find themselves trapped in its grip.
For some, it manifests as sleep paralysis, a state of waking consciousness within a body that cannot move, accompanied by a crushing sense of dread. For others, it is a cycle of vivid nightmares that feel terrifyingly real, leading to abrupt awakenings with a racing heart and a fear that lingers long after dawn. Studies suggest that up to 6% of adults experience these phenomena, where the boundary between dream and reality dissolves. The ultimate confrontation, then, is not with a monster in the shadows, but with the fear inside. It is the journey to reclaim a sense of security when darkness falls, a struggle to trust your own mind when it insists that the impossible is happening right before your eyes.